Greetings and salutations in service to the one I am, Amber Dawn Star, practical mystic, energetic activist, and for over 34 years, master breathologist. Welcome back to my community. Well, it's a 6-day, so I did say that I was going to attempt to do this 369 days. So it is a 6-day, so I'm here. I'm a little whipped. It's very long, few days since the last one of these. So I trust you're all well as can be expected considering what's going on this planet right now. One of the things that I realized that I do for people is I connect the dots. That's what a practical mystic is. That's what an energetic activist is. That's what a master breathologist is. I connect the dots for people in their lives to help them traverse this territory that's all new for all of us, but there are clues as to how to do this, which is basically staying in your alignment with your heart and your consciousness and source, breathing the holy conscious breath. That is a big one. That will help you get through. And noticing the signs that the universe sends to you to answer your questions. It's always talking to us. The universe, God, all it is, higher self, spirit, source, whatever name you put on that energy that is bigger than you and me and everything, but includes everything, that energy is always speaking to you if you have the ears to hear. The eyes to see, the ears to hear. So I realize that that's what it is that I do. I help people to connect the dots in their life as to why things are happening the way they are, what has caused the situations that they're in now, how to get out of those situations in a conscious, high vibratory way. So that's what I'm going to utilize as part of my channel's name is connecting the dots. And I hope that's helpful. That's what I asked Spirit. I said, what? Okay, so this is an example. All right, Spirit, so what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? I mean, I've said all these things, but what is the essence of what it is that I do? And I heard you connect the dots for people. And yourself, obviously. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, connect the dots. So that day, I tuned in to a tarot reader that I follow. And he said, it's time for you to connect the dots. And I'm like, what? What did he just say? And he said it 2 more times. So when you hear something 3 times, especially within the span of, a few minutes, which is what he did, that is the universe saying, yes, you heard the information correctly. Now do something about it. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing what I've been asked to do, which is to connect the dots for people. An energetic activist is somebody that looks at the energetics behind whatever is happening in anyone's life. So the energetics is about the energy that's going on in someone's life. So, and every dis-ease that we have in the physical body has an energetic counterpoint. So if you clear the energetic, the dis-ease that shows up in the body will also clear and heal, so that your wounds become your scars. And it's okay to have scars. It's amazing if you're living on the 3rd dimension for any length of time and you don't have scars. Most people, unfortunately, have wounds. They don't have scars. They're walking around open wounds and just acting out those open wounds. So one of the things that I am honored to do through energetic activism is to point out and help people see where their energy has been to cause the dis-ease within their physical body and emotional body and mental body and spiritual body. All the bodies. Dis-ease usually affects all the bodies. The wounds, the emotional wounds, are in the emotional body. So, practical mystic is someone, me, that can take the bigger ideas and the bigger viewpoints and the bigger energies and put them into understandable, practical, everyday words, and so that people understand what's going on with them and around them. And of course, master breathologist, almost 35 years this year of breathing the conscious holy breath. And the holy breath, so it's whole. It is not only holy and sacred, but it is whole as far as touching each body that you occupy. So, this is what I'm honored to do. This is what I know to do. And so when you ask a question from Source and you get an answer, you hear something, ask for a sign to see if you are hearing correctly. And the universe will help you out. The universe will give you the signs that you need to say, yes, that is exactly what I heard, and so I'm going to act on that now. And if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, you will always hear the universe talking, and you will see the universe in action around you. So that is my 2 cents. If you like this video, if you like anything that I've been doing, please hit the subscribe and the, pass it on if you think that anybody might respond well to these messages that Spirit is asking me to do. I trust so at some point that will happen. I appreciate all of the 18 subscribers that I have, and I'm not kidding about that. I am totally, honestly glad that I have 18 people out there in this world that actually have subscribed to this. This was all, and still is, Spirit's doing. So I'm just following orders. And as a person and a soul that is in the 3rd dimension and the 5th dimension, and probably a couple of more on different timelines, I talked about that before, I'm just attempting to move forward, just keep going forward. My motto for 2022 is, that was then, this is now. So anything that has been in your past, anything that, your lessons have been learned, hopefully from your past lessons, not mistakes, lessons. They're only mistakes if you don't get the lesson. They're really just lessons, but you have to get the lesson. Otherwise, you just keep doing the hamster wheel, which is usually mistakenly that your ego, your negative ego, thinks that you ought to be doing. There's a difference between your high self and your negative ego. Your high self is usually the one that is very positive, that encourages you, that wants you to move forward, that wants you to stay in your heart and in your love and your light. That's your high self and your soul. Your negative ego is the one that's like, you can't do that. Who the hell do you think you are? You're a pompous ass. And so on, and etc., and such. That's exactly. So you always know which one's talking. And now we must let go of that, because that is 3rd dimensional fear-based thinking. The negative ego is about that. And if we want to ascend into the 5th dimension, which of course I do, and I'm trusting that some of you 18 want to do that too. You have to get through the past. You have to heal the wounds. You have to let them become scars. And so the breath is, I feel, after almost 35 years of doing this, that is the biggest key quickly to get you through. You don't have to do breath work for 20 years like, you do usually with psychology, some kind of therapy, psychiatrist, psychologist. You don't have to do that. You can get through very quickly with breath work because it clears the wound. Clears the wound, cleans out the wound, heals the wound until it becomes a scar. So, I will be doing this again on the 9-day, hopefully. I am going to attempt to keep my commitments and do this on the 369, and I'm using those Tesla high numbers, very high vibratory numbers, energy, frequency, vibration. That was what Tesla was all about, way ahead of his time. And that's the energies and the frequencies and the vibrations that I utilize while I'm doing these videos and throughout my life. So 369. So I started on the 3. Today's the 6. 9 will be in a few days. So I hope this helps. I don't know. I really don't. But I'm trusting that it somehow, somewhere, it's getting through to people and it's resonating because we're all going through hegemony right now as we're shifting out of a 2100 year. This is just one of the cycles we're shifting out of into the Aquarian age. So we're dealing with 2100 years of shite. And that's why all of this stuff is happening right now, is because in order to move into the love vibration and dimension, we've got to clear the fear-based lessons that we've had. So if any of this resonates, please like, subscribe, pass it on. Leave me a comment. Yes, no, go to hell. Whatever. I'm open. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back, God willing. I will be back on a 9-day, which is a few days from now. So, Om Namah Shivaya in Lakesh, which is Mayan for I am another yourself. Namaste. El Kalimo. Peace from the Hathors. All right, my friends. See you soon. Bye for now.